Capricorn, it's your Cosmic Auntie here with a general May tarot reading for, your energy. So you may be a Capricorn sun, maybe your moon is in Capricorn, or you have a rising Capricorn, maybe there's an aspect in or a house placement where Capricorn is in your chart that you're curious about, or maybe this has just found you somehow. And however it has, I'm just glad that you're here. Please feel welcome to stay if you'd like. I love doing these. These are so interesting. I like to design my readings like you're sitting with like a rad aunt, trusted aunt, and you're kind of hashing it out. These are like kind of an energetic think tank. I encourage you to listen, as you listen and pay attention to the video, to check in with your own inner guidance, your own intuition, and see what resonates and what doesn't, okay? These are like an energetic buffet. Take what you want, leave the rest. Another way I like to describe the way I use, or the way that I read tarot, is tarot provides an energetic map, and my job as the reader is to speak to the energetic themes in the map, and then from there, choose the route that suits you best based on what resonates and what doesn't, okay? When a message resonates, you'll just know. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Never give your power away. You are the expert of yourself. All right, Capricorn, what's going on for May? I didn't as much get a visual for you, more of a word, and all I received when I was tuning the cards to your energy was the word thud. So, thud. Let's just jump in and unpack that. What's going on for Capricorn for May? Interesting. So we've got the Three of Materials. Such a gorgeous card. This is the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann. The Queen of Materials. Again, gorgeous. And the Two of Materials. So all earth energy. Thud. I mean, the Two of Pentacles is all about kind of a balancing act, a juggling act, you know. It takes great effort to kind of work with different resources, different things in life, like to incorporate all the different responsibilities that you have. And sometimes things drop and they go thud. I don't know, like, because this is all about, like, this always, it just gives me such a supportive energy with the braids and, you know, resting on your pals, you know, and that's kind of the notion of this card, is that there's an environment of building, of growth mindset, of security, of like learning, of building, growing. And in the middle here, this Queen of Materials, this like, what am I? Yeah, okay. It's like, what I'm sensing, Capricorn, is that you're out there like making moves. This energy with the Queen of Materials, they're gonna grow what they want to grow. They're going to like give birth to what they want to give birth to after it's, you know, like, and nurture it. They're going to, they are, what they touch grows. So, and this is your energy, your earth energy. So I sense perhaps, for those of you who are resonating with this, there's a real strong indication of going out there and like building. Every single sign, I think, has got the Queen of Materials in the last 3 that I've done, which is really interesting. Like, where there's just this real grounded, committed intention to building the life of your dreams, building and showing up as that person, showing up as the person that you want to be, and building and growing the life that you want. And like that takes a lot of time management, it takes a lot of balancing, it takes a lot of effort. And so again, I heard the word thud. Maybe there's just been something that you've had to drop, or maybe there's been like a moment of exhaustion perhaps, or maybe something has kind of taken a turn and it's been a bit shocking, and it's kind of like, oh, another kind of thing too. There are so many ways that this can go, Capricorn. So if you're resonating with this, fill in the details that suit you best. But when this 3 of Materials, it's like I sense that there's a certain connection with yourself and life in a way of grounding, of supporting, and connecting back to life, and connecting to the earth, and connecting to yourself, as well as like people, and maybe like a community or a workplace or something that you find yourself where you find yourself comfortable and supported, and where you're surrounded by people who have a similar growth mindset, a similar vision or direction, and they're going about it in their own way, but there's a certain like camaraderie, there's a certain support. So I just keep seeing this this person stepping out, like big sunglasses, like looking like stepping out into their power, and like boom, showing up with a lot of things to manage, but also with this like real important awareness of self, of doing things for yourself, showing up for yourself, creating the life that you want, continuing to build the life that you want, no matter what's going on. And and being supported by a community, being supported by yourself. Like we've talked a lot about Capricorn, like really just dipping into the wellspring of your strength, and making room for yourself, and filling out your energy, and giving back what's not yours, and throwing your strong shoulder into what it is that you do want to build, how it is that you want to feel, and who it is that you are, and how you want to show up, as you and your authentic expression in that moment. So what do we got? Oh, we got the Priestess and the Empress. So we've got the Priestess, the High Priestess, and the Empress. Wow. I just sense that no matter how challenging things are right now, how much time, how much there is to juggle, how I love this, Capricorn. I see you not losing sight of who you are, who you want to be, and how you're showing up as you every day, how you're showing up as that person every day, right? And doing things to create life that supports the way that you want to feel, and the way that you want to generate your material security, how you want to provide for yourself and others. And there's a deep intuitive pull, a deep intuitive wisdom with this Priestess and the Empress. this growth, there's this like connection with the earth energy and the awareness of the power of being able to grow literally anything, Capricorn, that you put your mind to. And so whatever is kind of happening with this Two of Materials, there seems to be like lots of things, like it feels over here that's kind of happening in the energy. It's like a lot though. It's a lot. It's like taking a lot of resources, taking a lot of energies, taking a lot of actions, taking a lot of like time, all of that. Then when we go deeper, there's this like calm, steady stream of you. And yeah. So the Queen of Materials and the Empress, I mean, I am recording this in Taurus season 2, so this is, you know, earth sign, but like, look at these cards, look at them, they're just radiant. And they're both just like right front and center, facing us, taking up most of the space. Their arms are out. You know, the Empress has this burst of like light coming from like the heart. And with all of these like planets, and you know, you are such an integral part of it all, Capricorn. And I don't know, maybe this month, what I really sense to like synthesize it all is that like the vision of what you want, how you want to feel, what you're building, the life that you are generating, creating, and putting your time and effort and energy towards will not be thwarted with stuff that is coming up that may be challenging, that may be taking your energy, that may be requiring space in your life right now. But that doesn't mean you have to drop anything else. It doesn't mean that you have to drop what's important to you and what you're doing. Like fundamentally, you know, what it is that you're working on, inside and outside of yourself, and how those connect. You know what I mean, right? Yeah. Yeah, super cool. And I keep coming back to these Three Materials to kind of maybe close out on this, that you're not alone. You are an integral part of life, so there's a unique relationship that you have with life and divine energy, spirit. However you make sense of that relationship with life, with existence, with God, with Creator, you know, like however that feels comfortable for you. You know, you have your own unique relationship, and you're loved. You're loved by love. You're loved by life. And you have a unique and important position here right now. And that doesn't mean that you don't get through this last chapter, especially, I've really seen and observed with Capricorn that of the emergence of self more, of being, you know, you've always had a very strong sense of self, but like just filling out your own air a little bit more, having maybe a bit more boundaries, and maybe doing things that you want to do. You're very reliable, you're very helpful, you're very, strong. But that comes at a cost when there's not the ability to recharge. So I really sense that there's this filling out of your own space, of your own energy, and it feels really good. And no matter what's kind of popping off right now, that's the grounding focus. Maybe you know, like things gotta go thud. Maybe like, I don't know, but that's all I heard is like thud. Maybe you are that boundary. It's not going past, you know, and it, you know, there's not, I don't see any relinquishing of the path that feels the best, that you're, that is, you know what I'm saying, not to be redundant. And all of it is this, like, I just heard you have your ear to the universe. You have your ear to the universe, Capricorn. Things may fall, things may go thud, you know, but it doesn't mean that it's over. And it also doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice what is important to you. There are ways to incorporate and deal with all the things that are, I keep wanting to say, just popping off. That's what it feels like to me. There's things popping off, and it's taking a lot of your effort, like taking a lot of your energy, taking a lot of your resources. However, the vision and what's important to you is still very much intact. You are safe, loved, and protected by yourself and with life, as well as people around you that have a similar like-minded energy. They see you and they love you, and when you need respite, go to those people, okay? Go to those people and rest your weary head. And, you know, these are the people that are going to assist you in building that, to continue to build that life of your dreams, to feel the way you want to feel and create abundance and generate security in the ways that feel good to you. So yeah, interesting, Capricorn. I love it. I just keep coming back to this energy too. Like, like, I'm just like, it just feels like, and you're tough, you're tough as nails, Capricorn, and soft as the inside of a lava cake at the same time. And I love you. You're dealing with it. For those who resonate with this, I can see that you're dealing with it one step at a time. Yeah. And it almost looks like they're kind of having fun. They're making a dance of it, kind of thing. They're balancing on this like shard. There's these, you know, and life continuously does that, right? There's this infinity sign. There's this always this kind of continuous change, right? So how can you remain true to yourself as well as navigate the experiences that you find yourself interfacing with, and not losing what you're building, and finding strength in the life that you're creating, and yeah, just like, I guess, not losing sight of, just not losing sight of it. Maybe that's something. Maybe that's something for you, Capricorn. Because you're so you can be so dutiful, right? That it can be easy to sacrifice maybe what you're doing, what you want, what you got planned for set. And there's sometimes that needs to happen, right? We need to have that flexibility and that adaptability, and there's some that need, and then there's other times where it does not need to happen, okay? And I sense this last chapter, especially in the readings that we've been doing, with each other. That's been a huge part of this last chapter, is where you end and another begins, and where it's appropriate to be adaptable and divert and switch focus and be of assistance, and kind of switch, and then also not, and to know that you're allowed to choose and say no and say yes. So you know what I mean? I think you really do. Oh, and before we end for this month, we're in the middle of eclipses. So we've just had the new moon solar eclipse in Taurus, and then coming up this week, we'll have the full moon in Scorpio lunar eclipse. So with eclipses, it's, important to just kick back, relax, and rest when it's during that time. And then it can be really helpful in between these times to reflect on what is being let go of, and what is being like moved towards. So with Sagittarius, we talked about a clean slate. Like, eclipses will come and wipe the slate clean. They'll take the trash out from the curb. But when it's gone, there's room. So at this time, think about how it is, like some of the sensations that you're wanting to feel, that you want to move towards, how you want to build that into your environment, and have that those energies that feel desired reflected back to you. You know what I mean? So what's being brought to the curb for the eclipses to take out? But remember, then it's gone, and then there's all this room, which can feel kind of like a bit overwhelming at first. But if we have an idea of like what direction we're wanting to go, then the cosmic energies can meet that, and that's where that beautiful co-creation occurs, right? Because again, you are an integral part of life, Capricorn. You are so important, and you have a unique relationship with life, with the universe, with divine energy, with spirit. And spirit loves co-creating with each and every single one of us. So even when life gets, whoa, how do we ground? How do we access that strength, that self, our internal resources? So yeah, happy eclipse, and I'll catch you next month. I hope this was helpful in some way, and yeah, thanks for being here.